All right. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's right. All right. So we're jumping into our good old building and infrastructure.
Yeah, with my favorite pink.
Yeah. Oh yeah, great. The war criminal. No,
Builders
Zionist.
are telling One News teams on sites are shrinking as construction activity in New Zealand plummets to a 10-year low. Non-residential construction's dropped sharply. It's down 13% year on year, with the biggest decline in public and retail buildings.
How would that happen?
The regional divide is clear. The South Island, excluding Canterbury, is up nearly 9%, but there have been falls in our two major North Island centres, Auckland and Wellington. Residential building activity is also down, mainly due to a 16% drop in alterations and additions. People simply aren't doing the renos. But new builds are relatively stable at 0.3% down. Business correspondent Jason Walls has more.
Not much work for a roofer on a rainy Auckland day. But it's not just the wet weather dampening James's spirits.
I mean,
but I would say it's tough now.
we're talking about annoying voices. I kind of hate listening to Jason Walls, honestly.
Nah, I get it. I get it.
Still better than nothing.
He's been on the tools for 6
buddy.
years and is feeling the pinch.
Because we're getting a lot of less jobs. So we used to have 12 person, including me, in the team, but now it's just 5. Even including me, I had to do the labor work on the roof as well, because
12 to 5, that's over 50%.
I can relate to this
that's
now.
Fucked.
I can relate to this
yeah.
too. My team's getting the axe.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's hitting everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I might have saved one job. Maybe we'll find out at the end of the week.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah.
Nah, no. And also, like, even seeing those numbers for Wellington, I'm like, haven't we suffered enough here? Fuck.
a lot quiet now.
It's no surprise things have been slow. Building activity across residential and non-residential, that's offices, schools and government buildings, has fallen off sharply in recent years.
We know that it's been a tough few years for the building sector. We know that the macroeconomic conditions have been really hard. When you think about the supply chain shock of COVID, the difficult operating environment, high cost of construction, and of course the interest rates needed to knock that down, that's all had a huge and disproportionate effect on the building sector.
Some centres hit harder than others.
I think economically they've had a larger impact. So in terms of job losses, especially in Wellington, being quite dependent on public service and government investment. And Auckland, I think, as economy has struggled, as the biggest centre of our economy, has probably taken a bigger hit.
Notable in the Stats New Zealand data, a major drop in work on social buildings.
Social buildings covers sort of stadiums, churches, libraries, town halls, that kind of thing.
The 37% dip reflecting in the fact that some major projects have recently wrapped up.
Christchurch, the One New Zealand Stadium there, of course now operational and being enjoyed by the Crusaders fans, but that means there's less building activity happening. And in Wellington there's been a couple of major projects, including the town hall and the library, which are either completed or close to completion. Despite
the gloomy figures, there are some optimistic signs ahead.
The good news is, with recent data out around higher number of building consents, with 39,000, year ended April, that's 16% increase. Better times are coming.
Meanwhile, commercial real estate company
it's always
CBRE
just around the corner.
Releasing...
The good times are coming, y'all. They're coming.
Oh yeah, isn't there a ceasefire coming soon or something?
There's a ceasefire coming. We're going to get into that.
Exactly.
A list of 33 current and planned construction projects across Auckland, including the mega 65-hectare Wiri warehouse hub by Auckland Airport.
All right, Jason joins us now, and a number of factors are weighing on the sector, right?
Indeed. I've been talking to people in the construction sector all day. One of the things that keeps coming up is this idea of consumer confidence, and that's exactly what it is on the tin. It's the level of confidence that consumers have. No points for guessing why we're seeing a bit of a dip in that figure recently, the war in the Middle.
Do we know how much of a big impact the consumer confidence has? I don't know.
I would say it's probably more in our builders going to Australia, because my brother was literally a builder before he moved to Australia a couple years ago. So
yeah. I mean, I guess they did say renos are down, but it's not. I don't think it's so much confidence. It's
lack of money.
Lack of money. You know,
well, exactly,
people are like, I can't afford a renovation right now.
Right? When we can barely afford to like get the shopping and the power bills that have just gone up and the fuel. Like no one's got money to have a luxury of renovating. That's crazy. Also, it's not like people have money for houses either in general.
is having quite an impact on those consumer confidence levels. And if you're a developer, if you're looking at these figures and people just aren't spending as much money, and you're a developer, you're much less likely to put money into some of these developments or some of these housing projects going forward yourself. So that's one of the factor. Of course, it's multifaceted. We've been hearing about this fiscal tight environment across both local and central government and that's one of the factors. And then between now and Christmas, we are likely to see a number of hikes to the official cash rate, and that's weighing on it as well. So there are a number of reasons behind these figures.
Come on, Jason, give us some cause for optimism. You said that things are looking up. Why is that?
Some good news. I'd never leave you on just the doom and gloom, but it isn't all doom and gloom. There is some sense of optimism within the industry. Notably, I talked to the building and construction minister today, and he said that there'd been 39,000 new consents in the year to April, and those numbers will play out going forward into those figures. So we will see a little bit of a turnaround there. Also, the government has pledged a multi-billion dollars in terms of infrastructure spending going forward. So any way you look at it, that is going to help the construction industry. So there are some glimmers of hope here, just a bit of a down point for the industry at the moment.
Kia ora. One News business correspondent Jason Moore.
As we'll see, we have a related article here, and it probably could have been more. Oh, wait, did I do the right one?
Just the right. This is the one you had first.
Yes, no, that is the cool. That is the right one. Oh, sorry, you've added a fourth article. I see.
Yes, no, because I found that, and I was like, oh, this is also related.
We're on a chain of articles. Okay,
we got a lot of house corridor.
I mean, we can just touch on these ones, but as we can see,
absolutely.
You know, I think it was twice they did this. They pulled back. They reduced the housing intensification in Auckland, which went down from, I guess they go through the numbers here. Yeah, from minimum of 2 million to 1.4. So that's a good 600,000 houses there, I guess. Is that?
Yeah, well, and they flagged a reduction to 1.6 in February.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, so it was
legislating
twice.
The lower figure.
Yeah, which was, for all the criticism you give it, this was, Chris Bishop was working on this, and multiple times, he came to the 2 million figure, and I don't know, I guess party insiders were like, no, you gotta listen to that. Probably their donors and stuff saying, I don't want more fucking apartments in Epsom. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Well, because actually, I'm wondering if the one I added at the end, I might just move to it now just to show you, because this is directly related. So an Auckland councillor has said that more houses are needed than the 1.4 million legally required. So yeah, Auckland councillor is advocating for the city to go beyond its legal obligations for housing intensification. So it seems like there's a bit of, I guess, contention within the council on what the right thing to do is, which, I mean, understandable. Auckland is a massive place.
Well, because it doesn't just add to the economy, it would also add to things like rate payments and stuff. So rates probably wouldn't have to rise as high if you had more houses paying more rates.
Oh, yeah, you've got more people. Exactly. So, like, there are payoffs and whatnot. And I mean, like, you know what? What'd be crazy? If you had a whole bunch of social housing. Like,
I know.
That got rid of... Because you guys have a lot of fucking homeless people as well. Like, those are potential beneficiaries that would be paying tax.
No one would be foolish enough to stop any social housing and put builders out of jobs, but they would be dumb.
Don't got any builders to put out of jobs. And then I guess now we can jump to your other...
Oh, yeah, this was one that Chewy I saw posted today, and this caught my eye.
Oh,
which
okay.
Was, well, this is just the cost of that comes from all the delays that's sort of been analyzed in our infrastructure cancellations, including like theories and all that stuff.
Do we want to play the video?
Oh, sure. I didn't even know there was a video, so let's watch the video.
Look at that.
Let's go for it.
Scrolling to find out the cost to taxpayers of stop-start decision-making.
First up, you've got the early costs of the design and everything that you've already done, so we lose that. It's very hard to see that.
The list of projects delayed, paused or cancelled is long, from multi-billion-dollar promises like Auckland's light rail to smaller water renewals. This economist estimates $11.8 billion has been wasted over the last 25 years.
Jeez.
Just the cost of delay adds inflation, so things get a bit more expensive.
Of course.
But the biggest cost comes from the loss of productivity. Because of the stop-start, we lose capacity, capability, and it just takes us longer and it's more expensive to deliver those things. And the final cost is the lost benefit to people, to the citizens, because infrastructure is usually built because people want it and need it.
He studied the published cost-benefit ratios of hundreds of projects.
So if the benefits are known and it's costing us more, then we know that those benefits are delayed and they won't accrue to the households.
The outbreak of the Iran war and resulting fuel crisis led the three organisations to commission this report.
We can't afford a shock to become a stop.
The report says actually stopping during a downturn is the worst option.
If you think you're saving a couple of bucks now,
we've known this for 100 years.
Oh my god, also how many times did Craig Rennie tell us this at the beginning of the fucking... We've had economists telling us this, we've had so many people telling us this.
This is a 100-year-old theory at the very least, I'm pretty damn sure, so... Maybe Ken's was a bit older than 1920s, but I don't know, I'd have to check that, but...
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth watching the whole 4 minutes, but I mean,
we
that's
get it.
fucking...
That
is pretty shit. I mean, 11.8 billion, like that is a big number. That is not, that's not chump change. That's also jobs that we could have kept. Like, think about the possibility of, hey, if we had been investing in stuff, think of all the New Zealanders we wouldn't have lost, because so many of them have gone purely because of the fact that, like, it's smarter to be over there. Like, my brother, he just told me last week, he just got a pay rise. He's a forklift driver.
Okay. Yep.
He just got a pay rise to $38.50 an hour.
Oh.
And he gets paid extra if he works like over 8 hours in one shift. And it can go up to like $45, $47 an hour. Also, if you work on the weekend, I think on a Sunday you get triple pay in a lot of jobs. Because obviously you're working the weekend. Like, I just remember talking to my grandma and going, hey, I don't think he's ever coming home. Because I would actually be annoyed if he came home. I'd be like, you cannot abandon a job that is paying you nearly $40 an hour for something that would pay you maybe $25 an hour here. Maybe 28 if you're lucky. Like, it's insane.
A friend of mine worked at I think it was a New World, and had a funny anecdote where he was talking to like one of the old guard there, a guy in like his 50s or 60s, I don't know how old, but apparently he just came up to him one day and he said, kid, if they ever tell you to get your forklift license, don't do it. They'll just use you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've definitely seen how hard our forkies work, like, even at the pack house and shit. They do run them,
well,
like,
I worked at a
workhorses.
Countdown too, and I understand it after working there. I was just like, oh, they're always calling on that guy. We need the forklift guy. Get him in here.
Exactly. Everyone loves the forky.